They're not lonely enough. Not lonely enough. Yeah. So first they were throwing green toys for the little key cat. Throwing these now they have resorted to making bets on on these basketball players in the WNBA women's basketball. Now they're betting on their periods. Like they are not lonely enough. Make them lonelier. Stay away. The irony of men placing bets on women's periods when they actually probably think that we excrete blue. Like, this is how much they know, right? they probably think this. They definitely don't know where the porous is, but all they see women is a joke, something to humiliate, and something to make a lot of money off of. Oh, they're so good at that. So yeah, we don't want to date men who literally just find a new way to humiliate and exploit us, right? Don't know where the clit is. Because I don't know if you've seen this, but this is what they're doing now. They've stopped throwing elbows on the court. Now they're just betting on our period. But even the elbow thing wasn't really about a joke. Oh, it's just a joke. It's just that men don't just tell jokes. Men's jokes are malicious usually. Not all, but most. Okay? Their jokes are usually punching down. Their jokes are usually like they're joking about this thing they're doing to you. Right? Their jokes are an omission. Oh, I'm sorry. Admission. They're admitting something. Omission is what they do with everything else. They just conveniently don't tell you. They have a whole other family. Before I get into the period tracking that they're doing, which at this moment in time is so unhinged, given that women are are dying because of being tracked, and all of these anti-abortion laws, you can't even have a it's you don't know what I'm talking about. You're so far behind. Please look it up. Like, women are afraid to use trackers because the government might be literally chasing them down, right? But these guys are like, I know, I'm going to try to track and predict to make money. First, let's go into the whole Bilbo thing, because even that was about crypto. I swear to God. And they also I love it when men are occasionally hit with the violence that's meant for women. So then they're just like, wait, what the hell? You know? So this dude, I mean, I don't want to wish violence on anybody, but every once in a while I'm like, oh, look, they accidentally hit you and your 9-year-old niece. I bet you care now. Bet you care now, don't you? Just like white people, men don't care until it impacts them. I'm changing to this format so you can see this amazing, sweet little baby sleeping behind you. It's like, don't call me a baby, bitch. Oh, you just heard I give him a voice. I have him talk really mean to me. Anyway, what's that about? Oh, so even that whole thing, like, it may have started off by one rogue guy, but actually what it ended up being about was they were like, oh, everything's about like viral moments, right? It's the attention economy. So they create all this cryptocurrency, meme coins, blah, whatever. I hate this. Anytime, if you ever see a guy on a dating app who's like, cryptocurrency, he voted for Trump, right? Or he's an incel, or there's something seriously wrong with him. Anyway, so these dudes were like, hey, we can make a lot of money off of humiliating female basketball players. So I'm actually not convinced that any of this was an accident, because and there may be updates on this. I didn't really want to go into this story too much because I want to talk about the period one, but I want to give some backstory. So if you know the update, let me know. But basically, they're just like, even though it was supposedly a random thing and these guys capitalized it, all this stuff was open before the first one was thrown. So I believe that men were just like, oh, okay, good idea. Let's go viral and make a ton of money off of the humiliation of women. And it's like a twofer. 2 bitches, 1 stone. Because all this seems a little too convenient. The timing of all this. Look this up if you want, right? Everything now is about going viral. And you make so much money. And then if you have this whole coin, anyway. I want to read this article. It's for The Athletic. Okay? So go look it up. Which is a branch of the New York Times. Because it seems like, more or less, this was a guerrilla marketing tactic Not a stunt that just happened to go viral and people made money off of it. But just like they always do, whether they're 18-year-old men or 54-year-old men or 92-year-old men, they always are like, it's a joke. Don't you get it? It's just a joke. I did comedy in New York and LA for a very long time. And let me tell you, men's jokes are never just jokes, okay? They're never just jokes. They're little pranks, never jokes. A lot of times they're outright abuse, which is like this. But then they do all this violent stuff, and then they're like, what? It's a joke. Why don't you have sense of humor? Good. It was a stupid prank. They love to use that word. Oh, it's so stupid. I was being a little boy. I just didn't know any better, Mommy. Are you done? Okay, cool. Go back to hating you, right? And even the way players, fans call it immature, dangerous. Dangerous, yeah. Immature, No, this isn't immature. This is brilliant. It's violent. This is not immature. Don't let the little boys stop. No. Men convincing us that they're stupid, childlike, and just don't get it and aren't emotionally intelligent. They do not have thoughtfulness, right? They're not taught that. They're taught to be very narcissistic, the same way whiteness teaches us to be super narcissistic and inconsiderate and selfish and all that stuff. That's what it teaches men, right? So when they try to hide behind this, just like, oopsie, Taylor Swift new necklace, although there's nothing, no whatever. Oh my gosh, you are too much. Look at him. If it's a mistake, they'll own up to it. But if they want you to laugh about it or say nothing at all, then it's very intentional. And men convincing us that they're just too dumb to understand the implications of their terrible behaviors. Like, I don't know. We're a weapon. I don't know. I don't know how to do a diaper. I don't know how to They know. They know. So immature. Selfish, entitled, misogynistic, violent, premeditated, domineering, unbelievably malicious and calculated. Immature? No. Nope. They always take I didn't know any better, no matter what age they are. So this article goes into, for The Guardian, goes into just the virality of these things. So whether it is this or the period tracker of the players, doesn't matter. It's all about this joke, this inside joke that goes viral. This dude, this guy also, this 23-year-old, it's supposed to be a joke to go viral. But as this points out, TikTok's attention economy, it's not just TikTok. This has been going on for a long time. Don't blame TikTok for everything. The function is noise. Noise means money. So they'll do anything to get your attention to make money, right? And that is why whenever some dude does something, I may refer to it, but I'm never going to put a link to his thing, because then hate watching that makes him money. Rage baiting makes money. I talk about these things to try to reframe them and see them in a different lens, but I don't ever want to be giving attention to something unnecessarily so that it'll go more viral. If I'm talking about it, it's in hopes to think of it differently. And yet at the same time, it's but I'm still talking about it. So it's always a conundrum for me. So they talk about how women's sports is mediated first through the lens of athletic competition, then through social gaze that still questions their legitimacy. The whole male gaze thing comes into how women, particularly in visual media, are often positioned as not as agents, but as objects, right? Something to consume. Because men love doing something. They're so passive. They love to consume. Consume. They don't like doing. They like consuming. Consuming you, consuming me, stealing, taking, but not creating, right? That's what the oppressed, the billionaires, whiteness, men under patriarchy, they just steal. They steal. And then you're like, what? It's funny. It's a joke. It's your fault for being upset. And so like they said here, in this context, female athletes are not merely participants in a game. They're props in someone else's viral moment. Or with this period tracker thing, props in someone's virality / I own her. I'm going to make money off her. I know her body better than her. I understand women more than they understand themselves, even though I couldn't find if there was a literal bell on it going, bang, it's here. Okay, just a little bit more about these dudes, and then I'm going to move on to the period stuff. When the crypto meme dudes claimed that they were responsible for all this, like, blah stuff, it's not like rogue trolling, but deliberate market warfare. Okay, the stunt, which openly mocks the league and brags about not watching women's sports, celebrated the act online as a victory. This is true. This spectacle is engineered by people who understand that visibility matters more than meaning in an algorithm-driven culture. They know. Like, the rage and fear and just literally any attention at all makes them so much money. And so now back to the blood. Their latest fork shit is period betting. Gamblers are trying to figure out where a player is in her menstrual cycle and are predicting her athletic performance accordingly. This was in a Wired article, by the way. Like, they do stuff like this. So, like, for instance, with Caitlyn Clark, she's on the end of her this is this is insane. They don't care about our periods or our different phases of our period. Hell, they don't even know each discharge means. All right, they're just like, ooh, slime. But if they can make money off of it and exploit and harass and degrade a woman, they're gonna learn all about it. Is this how we get them to care? Is this how we get them to care? No, it's not. But still, like, do not care less about the children they create through pregnancy and not putting a rubber on it and all that stuff. But they're like, now they're studying. You can't make this up. Look at this. She's gonna be tired more than. Okay, you know what's funny about this? I'm sorry, but when I am on my period, I love that I tap into the big old bitch that lives inside of me. So even though I may be tired and blah, I have a whole lot of energy to be aggressive, hate stuff that, like, makes me miserable. So I don't know, maybe during my period, I might be more fierce. Like, these guys don't know anything. So how would these guys know what anything about their period? They're mostly guessing. This one comedian, I don't know who he is, met with a gambler who used injury reports, including references to soreness, to estimate. Oh my God. Give it some time, however, and perhaps they'll start hijacking the commercial period tracking apps. Many of which leak sensitive data already. Yeah, they'll probably start selling this to these dudes. Why not? It already does. Fuck you, Mark. She makes a little joke here. I actually really enjoy her sense of humor. That is this what's going to make them finally invest in women's health care? Enough gamblers get behind this? Won't it not be chronically underfunded? Humor me here. I'm trying to be positive. It's difficult, but I'm trying. I love that. This is how I see it. I see this in this way exactly. The more they attack women's sport, the more it means they're getting riled up, right? Like, they can't stand to see women thrive, especially at something that they're supposed to be better than, right? And not like these statistics. Football, which she's talking about soccer, but the rest of the world outside of the U.S. calls it football. For example, already one of the top 10 followed sports globally, is on track to become one of the top 5 sports by 2030. Only halfway through this WNBA season, the ratings are breaking records. The New York Times reported the number of boys under 18 who watch the WNBA have grown by 130% in the last 4 years. And I don't think I could name any male basketball people, basketballers, what the hell you call them? Basketball players. Okay, yeah. Sorry, they call them footballers here. I don't think I can name any that haven't been around for a long time. But you know whose name I hear all the time and seem to know more about than I ever thought I would because I don't really watch basketball? Angel Reese, Caitlyn Clark. I almost say Jenner every time. Those two names I hear all the time, especially now because of Victoria's Secret fashion show. All the white women are really jealous about that and making a whole thing. Dr. Cecilia Regina did a great video about that if you want to check that. But it's like the better we get at stuff, the more they just can't stand it. You know, remember I did a video on this years ago. The Spanish coach kissed the footballer, Jenny Hermosa, on the lips without her consent right after she won. This is what they do. Every time it feels overwhelming oh my God, it's getting worse. Oh my God, oh la la. Okay, yeah, it might be getting worse, but that's because I believe a lot of this is that extinction burst stuff. This is like the patriarchy being more and more cornered, and they're being like, no, stop it, right? Same thing with whiteness. Same thing like people hate billionaires now, right? For a long time, they had a lot of people fooled. And people can't stand that. So what are they doing? They're like, fork all y'all. We're going to do, like, they are doing everything they can because they feel very threatened because class consciousness is coming, right? Like, it's tough. It's tough. It sucks when things get harder and crazier because you're like, it's getting worse. The violence, it's getting, of course it is. That doesn't mean it is a backlash to this. And they're like, no. And we're like, right? That's how I see it. That I'm not the only person who sees that way. History would say that too. So it's scary, not minimizing that, but bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. You can't deter us. We're not stopping with your little dildos or your period tracking period betting. I don't care. Because the more we're decentering men, the more we don't care what you do. We don't care, other than like murdering us and stuff, but like, we don't care about your opinion. We don't care. And the more we decenter men, the more we actually stop enabling y'all. Start supporting each other instead of enabling the very people hurting us. You know what I mean? Anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know if you want more stuff from me, personal stuff, lives, watch parties, all kinds of fun stuff, travel content, my personal life. It's all over on Patreon. Thank you, Patreon people, for helping me keep going, especially while I've been trying to get nationality here in France. I had my meeting on Monday. I think it went well, but I don't know. I don't know when I'll know if I made it. But I talk about all that stuff over there. Like, comment, share. Do the, what do you call it? The buzz or something. What's the word? If you really like it, all that stuff. And let me know if you heard the comments on lonely men aren't lonely enough. They could do things like support women's basketball, but no, gotta throw a toy on the basketball court. Happiness, no. Lonely men aren't lonely enough because they got nothing better to do than ruin women's joy because they're bored. Lonely men, I don't feel bad for you. If it's a weirdo or a betting on periods, gotta make money cause lonely men are lonely enough. They obsess over our kitty. Meow. They could study this because I don't know. Babies, they don't care. They don't want to wear a condom. They don't know what this octopus knows. What the hell is that? It's got arms. Oh my God. Oh, it's like mine. Now I care. Now I care about your period. Not because I care about abortion rights. No! For those garbage. Lonely men aren't lonely enough. Don't feel bad for you. I hope you get lonelier because you profit off everything. Lonely man, you aren't lonely enough. Scott Galloway, shut up. I hate you. Lonely men on their phone terrorizing women. Fuck you, bitch. Lonely men, I don't care. You are my boy. Lonely men, they know everything in the game. They can play games but can't fiddle your thing long enough. Oh, they know the buttons. Oh, smell that sweet button, lonely man. Let me push this button, don't know where the clit is. Fantasy football, I know every player. I know everything they kill with my gun. Lonely man, I know everything about gear. I love climbing and being nasty. Golf for the rich, lonely man. I got friends, I hate my wife. Lonely man, I know D&D. Lonely men, they got time for dumb hobbies that are expensive and keep you away from your family. I'll do anything, even read. No, just kidding. They don't do that. I'll maybe run from my family. Maybe I'll go to the gym and make a best friend and we can talk about sports cause I'm Lonely Man Podcast. Lonely men watch sports. No, they're gambling. Lonely men. I'll make drinks. Yeah, that's how I'll make friends. I'll make bourbon, that's my specialty. Oh, I make beer at home. I spend all the money on this shit in my house. Lonely men are lonely enough. I won't be a cool man with my beer. A fish. Fish. I put my Tinder profile. Look, bitch, I can catch this. Don't you want to be the fish with big old lips like this around my... I could be a dad. No, I could spend time with my baby. I wouldn't be so lonely, but no, you gotta do my hobby I'm obsessed with. Cause fuck you, kid, I don't want you. You like Taylor Swift? Okay, let's watch football. You like anything? I don't care. I'm on my phone. Cause OnlyFans. But I won't do is care about the kitty cat. Unless I can bet on it and make money and period track because I'm obsessed with it. But I hate myself and women. Yeah, I ain't lonely enough.